Good morning. TGIF this morning. Happy Friday. Hey. 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 Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Trial.
Look, that's a new beat. So I was sitting up here in my head like, Back here in the studio.
Working
Okay? I'm in my head in the studio. Right? Good morning, everyone. Hey. 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 Acapella. Hey. Ooh. Hype me up. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. 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 That's right. Kill it. Hey.
Hey,
Okay. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well and positive energy. I feel like I'm half asleep. I don't know. I thought I was up. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Attracting the life you desire. I'm trying to save my voice. I noticed that I went to my son's football game yesterday and my voice is kind of like, and I'm already battling whatever this
Lord,
thing we
flu
got
type,
going on,
sickness type,
right? So
cold.
I'm like, I'm just gonna save my voice and thank you. That was very good for my soul this morning. You know, it's beautiful when I can watch you use a gift that you have with your hands. And, you know, I see you use music with your hands and it brings people together. And I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
very healing. You know,
Appreciate
my
that.
nephew loves it. Like, my nephew gets on the phone. He's one, and he looks at the handpan and
Yeah,
he's like, give me a private show, right?
yeah,
And if he stops, he's like making noise and looking, you know. So,
yeah.
it's a gift, and don't forget your gifts. You know, even the smallest gifts that we overlook. I feel like this morning is very important for us to see the gift in things. You know, like me. You know, I took for granted many years that my hands were gifted. I really didn't understand.
Mm.
What it was to have gifted hands. Like I started braiding my own hair at like 14 years old. I'm very crafty with my hands. My hands are very strong for a woman. I could do a lot of things with my hands, and I didn't realize that it was such a gift to have working hands.
Yeah,
So appreciate even your smallest gifts, right?
no doubt,
This morning.
no doubt. It's crazy because I remember when we first met, like when we first got together, and I was like, you got all of this stuff that you do with your hands, and I'm like, it's just everywhere, Like it was just like
Yeah.
handcrafts, like
Uh-huh.
different things that she done with her hands, like
Yeah.
So valuing your gift, I can take that coming from you because this is a person that I watched
Yeah.
really begin to value what God gave you, like,
Yeah.
and understand. So
Yeah.
what it do? Collective, how y'all doing this morning? Pray everyone is doing well. Man, I be so unaware sometimes when I do this, right? So I'm trying to focus on being more aware here, cause like I get once I'm tapped in, I'm all the way in. Like so, you can't even ask me what I'm saying like
Yeah.
afterwards,
Yeah.
because like as a
We
medium,
don't
it's
really
so many
remember.
things that pass through, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's on you. But look, I say, what was this? Calm and collective tap, man. I don't know. That was something old. But anyway, I got just a couple downloads before we get into the morning message, right? And this is the way that we always started. So, number one is understanding energy and the flow of it and the value of energy, right? Your energy, you
Mm-hmm.
is valuable.
The source of energy.
So everything is energy. Like everything is composed of energy. So your source of energy, once you understand energy and that energy is you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you will begin to value it, because I think that, like myself, a lot of people maybe spend a lot of time in life allowing your energy to be pulled in directions where it's like it has to come back. Like, one thing about the universe, whatever you put out, it comes back. Even your own energy. Like, man, and if you like just say somebody is siphoning your energy, it's still your energy. And the only way that they can siphon it is if you're not using it, right? That's in relationships, anything that you might be attached to. Once you begin to understand your energy and you value it, you'll begin to understand the dynamic of your actions in regards to people and relationships, and just how important it is for you to really focus on what you're doing, because the exchange of energy is that's understanding, that is understanding what true wealth is and what
Mm-hmm.
true value is, right? Money is a source of energy, but it's far from the most valuable source. Like, all right. And number two was, don't be baited by alligator tears, right? You always hear the phrase alligator tears, right? But I don't even think an alligator cries. But one thing I do know is an alligator will bait you in. Like, and I think that spirit is kind of, the download came from a place where I feel like you, the better part of you, your spirit guides, ancestors, whatever you believe in, I feel like they really don't want you to be baited in by different things, because see, people tug on your energy like by way of making you feel guilty, like, or they'll make you feel like your actions led to them being the saddest person on earth, or that you hurt them so bad by your act, right? And spirit says it's alligator tears. It's all designed to get you back into a position where your energy can be,
Vulnerable.
where you can be vulnerable. So alligator tears, just beware of them. Last, no, it's two more. This one is the energy they spend dissecting your moves and picking you apart. God is helping you transmute it into fuel that is restoring you.
Mm.
Show big gratitude for your haters, right? Maybe refer to them as the assistants.
Come
Like,
on now.
the people that hate you, begin to look at them, whatever you look at them as the assistants, because you need them to have the energy of tearing you down. It's for again, understanding energy. When people tear you down, right? It's providing the perfect energy for you to have fuel to get up. That's how the universe is set up.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever heard that phrase, God don't like ugly?
Mm-hmm.
It's applicable. Like, when people decide to go tear one individual down, right? First of all, they always wrong. Anytime as a group of people turn one individual down in this universe, they situated in a wrong posture, right? Because it's never it was never meant to gang up on everybody. Had negative and positive. So it gives nobody that right. So people that do that, thank God for them. Because what they actually doing, they providing the energy that God helps to transmute, right? And God restores you with it. It becomes your restoration. Like, so the more that they do that, the more powerful that you get. It's an exchange, right? It's a transmutation of energy, right? So God says, Spirit says, show big gratitude for your haters, right? All right, and they are the assistants. Remember, they assisting you. All right. Last, imagine everything formed or sent toward you turned back when you decided to move with love, right? It brings to mind Peter 1:4-8, where it says, above all things, show love to your brethren, right? And then it says, love covers a multitude of sin. So dig this. Everything that's sent toward you, right? You don't need to go in the spell book bank. You don't need to do that. That's warfare that many of us are not ready for. If you feel wrong in a spiritual area, right? Before you decide to do anything, first send forth love. Because love is a thing that covers sin. I'm not telling you to be susceptible. I'm telling you to send love first, right? You know how they say send Judah first? Like, well, love, because love, it covers a multitude of different things. It exposes things. It protects you. So imagine in life, that's what has things turned back, where it has to go again. Remember energy, right? If somebody sends something to me that's negative, the only thing that negative thing can cling to is something that's negative in me. Remember that. Any kind of spell work or magic sent at you, it's aimed at something already in you, because it needs to link up with you right there, like that. That's how good spell work. It link up with you. It become try to mesh with you. So boom, if somebody sends something at you and you send love first, and your intentions, right? All right, that was it.
Love that.
You know,
Okay.
a little something early morning.
I got something real quick. So when we were reading this morning, I got a download, and it was just like, it's not our duty to fight the enemy, but to allow God to move in perfect timing, according to what is best as a whole, because the picture is bigger than individual, but a collective.
Bro.
So
It said collective online.
I wrote it. No, I wrote this. I just wrote this when we were reading. I mean, this is what I got from it. I got it's not our duty to really fight the enemy, but to allow God to move in his perfect timing.
Right.
And then, according to what's best for the whole, as a collective, because, when God is moving in perfect timing, it's not just about one individual. Like, it's a collective body of people.
Right.
So,
No doubt. We all
it's not really,
we all going through it.
Yeah. Right. It's a collective, right? It's not just, that's why I always tell people, you're never alone. Like, some people may hide that, certain situations happen, but we all go through things, right? So, yeah, that's what I got.
Indeed.
I thought that was good. Anyway.
Let's get it.
Go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Akashic Oracle Deck Records. There we go. All right, they lit this morning.
Yeah. Ooh.
Encouragement is what comes out, and good vibes, right? So it feels good. It feels encouragement and good vibes. It feels good. I feel a little iffy in there though, but you are going to level up. It might not feel good initially. I'm feeling that. You know why I just said that? It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is why you've been looking for. Push through. That is what you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. Wow. I just told a dear friend of mine early this morning that, they had a promise of protection on their life, and there's nothing that they can't get through.
Come on now.
Right. And this card is confirming that. That was a text I sent this morning, actually. Right. And I'm feeling like this could be somebody. This could be collective energy as well. It says you are going to level up. And that's, again, understanding energy. There's no way that you can put in work towards something and not see the result. And a lot of times, if it's really hard for you to see the result, and you really hard, probably it's because it's things working against you. You gotta know when you put in work, when you take your energy and you put some work in, boom, right? That's what give us the ability to have faith, y'all. Right? Faith not a blind substance. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. So that means, like, if I put some work in, bam, right? I gotta know that right there equals this. In spite of what these algorithms telling me. Because the enemy is always trying to convince you that your work don't amount to nothing, which is falsehood. If you put in good work, you get back a good result. If you put in half the work, you get half the results. It's like if you manifest in a car, right? Think about it. The person manifesting the car, they become impatient. So the more impatient that they become, the more they willing to settle for something to come in. So the next thing you know, the car come in, but there's a lemon. And they wonder, like, well, God, why would you send me a lemon? God didn't send it. God sent the car, but you manifested the lemon. It's energy. You understand? A blessing is a form of energy. Meaning, like, it's a lane for you to manifest. The big car is a lane for you to manifest the lemon. It's all derived on what you doing, like what you thinking about, what you lining up. Your thoughts is lining up. Your thoughts is opening up the doors when you manifesting. I'm talking about a person that, you got the ability to bring things in.
That's real.
But you gotta realize the work that you put in, that's your point of faith right there. Not the algorithm. Algorithm had you, I put all this work in and I don't see nothing, right? Boom, that's where you be getting defeated, right? Good vibes. Life has ups and downs, but everyone can have a good mood. Don't be trapped by your worries. Think more about happy things. Smile at life. Good mood will bring good luck and make your world full of sunshine. That's true.
Okay.
What you think?
That's real. Okay.
Energy. Good mood bring good luck.
Okay.
You have sleep still.
I'm all right. I'm waking up. I'm thawing out like a piece of chicken. All right, we got commitment over here, and we got past life. So, I don't know. We got past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons, right? And it's crazy because I was thinking about with commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity, right? I was thinking there's someone, and I don't know, you could be battling things from your past life. Maybe you're really trying to get it right this time. You could be really trying to get it right. I don't know if you have some kind of soul tie with someone or something like that, but it says, I am in sync with the flow of life. Okay? Something like that. Okay? I don't know. I feel like someone's committed to not being the same person they were. Okay? Maybe you could feel yourself like slipping back to who you were or something like that, and you're fighting very hard through this. Because we got karmic lessons, okay? Karmic lessons can be good or bad. It depends on what you're putting out into the universe. Because, again, the law of the universe says that we get out what we we get back what we put out. And that's tenfold, right? Something like that. Okay? Deja vu, I feel like you could be really, having deja vu. Little thoughts of, like, wait a minute, didn't I do this already? Haven't I met this person? It's kind of like, it reminds me of Usher. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. It's the, the spirit, I didn't get what he was talking about when when I was singing that song back in the day. I didn't really get it, but now I do. You remind me of the girl that I want to shoot. It's the same spirit, And I feel like, someone could be like, literally battling things from their past life. You could even be having past life remembrance. Figuring out, where I went wrong last time and how I can get it right this time, something like that. Really trying to get things in sync here. I see the moon here, so I don't know if something's hidden. Okay? Stick to your commitments. Spirit is saying it's very important to stick to commitments right now. And repeated patterns, right? I don't know. There could be someone needing to break some type of repeated pattern, okay? There could be something that needs to change. Remember I was saying that yesterday? I felt, like yesterday I said something needs to change, right?
Like something's going on.
Yeah.
Something needs to.
Yeah. Someone could be getting married too. Promises, Someone could be really promising to commit to a thing,
This energy I got over here is real solid, right? For the last couple of days, I've been getting the same old thing, and it's been frustrating, right? But now it feels free. This says the Hermit, Two of Cups to the Temperance. First of all, this is a person I definitely would not attack spiritually. I'm not the Hermit to the Two of Cups to the Temperance. Like, that's somebody who is definitely you. That's like a person that God loves, like, period. Like, that's the Hermit to the Two of Cups to the Temperance.
Yeah.
That's a powerful energy. Like, that's something that I will hope to be one day. No lie. Like, because the Hermit alone is it's a person that has the ability to integrate light and darkness. The Hermit, that's what that card, it really has a lot to do with shadow work, shadow insight, shadow balance, like. And then the Two of Cups is a relationship. With Temperance, it's like, it's a powerful energy, right? So I'm gonna read the footnote for this because this says a lot. Hermit to the Two of Cups to the Temperance. A person who's very, like, you locked in. Like, I don't even feel like this is a natural relationship, honestly. This is a spiritual relationship. Seriously, the Hermit, Two of Cups to the Temperance. This is like the marriage of the lamb, like, kind of energy, like, Nevertheless, you're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. And this is the first step to achieving that, right? Cutting off and releasing toxic energies. And I see why. If I had a flow like the Hermit to the Two of Cups to the Temperance, you gotta stay over there. Because first of all, you got too much going on in your life on a spiritual level to let people come into your world.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's best that you just learn how to release anything toxic, right? So you don't poison what you're doing.
Who has got me? I'm yarning like who is sleepy on here?
It's a late morning too.
Auntie over here trying to get it together, y'all. I keep yarning. Let me see. Oh, we got curse in the reverse. I like that.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Somebody.
We got curse coming out in the reverse for you. Hex, witchcraft, and negative mind. Okay, in the reverse here, they say that Proverbs says that the hex only works if you deserve it. So someone's not deserving of any curses or hexes or witchcraft or negativity in their mind here. I love this for you. Okay? I feel like someone, you're like, even if you were speaking negative about things, I feel like, you're learning that You know, your words do mean something. So you're speaking positive here. It says, my friendships support me, nourish me, and inspire me. And I'm going to add this. And if they don't, they should not be friendships, right? Something like that. Okay? Right? So I feel like, you know, right now it's very important. You know, it's very important, you know, to question these things, right? Does this support me? You know, is this nourishing my soul, my mind, my body? You know, is this inspiring me to be better, right? Does this motivate me to procrastinate even more, to not get anything done? Or does it inspire me to move forward? Something like that, okay? Because, you know, your past life is the energy of repeated patterns. So it's very important, you know, to look at the small things about every situation, right? Does it nourish me, inspire me, or support me? Is what Spirit wants you to ask yourself about situations. Okay? We got the Knight of Wands coming out in the reverse here. So someone feels like they don't have a passion to move towards something.
Yo, that's crazy because it says that over here.
Wow. Go.
No, it just says that. I just heard what you said.
That's crazy. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm also noticing with the King, with the Knight of Wands here, real quick before I let my husband tap in. I'm noticing a drum here, right? But this is in a reverse, so it's like someone could be not moving to the beat of their own drum, right? You know, maybe you could be trying to live life still in a way where, you know, you're still kind of, you know, nervous to move to the beat of your own drum, truly, right? And maybe, you know, maybe it's time because it says, I am in sync with the flow of life. Okay? So this is encouraging, right? You know, are people inspiring me to be authentic? You know, are people supporting, you know, my authenticity? You know, are people, you know, encouraging me to nourish myself, or are they wanting, every time I talk to them, do they want me to go to the bar? Every time I talk to them, are they encouraging me to do something low vibrational, right? Something like that.
Okay, I got the Four of Pentacles over here being clarified by a pause, right? So somebody you need to slow down. Listen, it says you're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Four of Pentacles, right? So it could definitely be a need for you to probably reevaluate something before moving forward towards it. Ten of Wands to the grounding, the Chariot in reverse. I actually like the Ten of Wands to the Chariot in reverse. It's showing me that you carry your burdens well.
Come on now.
Like your responsibility, it says Ten of Wands to the grounding. Like, so you're not a person that's really running from anything. Even when it's heavy, you willing to get underneath of it. Like, I gotta respect the Ten of Wands being justified by grounding. Like, because that's a person that's really, you carrying your load, like your mistakes, your shortcomings, your bills, your responsibility in your relationships, you carrying all of that, right? And that can be Ten of Wands, right? And with the Chariot in reverse, it's showing self-discipline, but even the card does say a lack of direction, right? And then it's being justified by new experiences. So maybe with a lack of direction and new experiences, that gray area is fear of the unknown, I would say. It would probably have to be. Like, because you have self-discipline with a lack of direction, and then Spirit says new experiences. See how it's an unknown, is a gray area? That's the unknown. And that's where fear grip hold to us. You know, like when you having ascensions, awakenings, and all of these types of things, it's important to have open-mindedness, because you'll get to a point where Spirit is trying to show you something, God is trying to show you something, but fear creep in, and you be like, oh boy, like, you know, I'm stuck at a place, right? Don't fear. One thing about it, we have a date to be born, and we have a date that we leave this place. if you can really embrace that about life and understand that, right, in theory alone, then it'll take a lot of fear away from your movements, right? Like, yeah. Jump back in there. I don't really want to go in deep.
I got the Page of Cups over here. I got Shocking, but it's coming out in the reverse. And I like this next card. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So someone's taking care of themselves. Like, someone's moving, around. You could be exercising more, taking care of your body, um, making a consistent regimen. Remember I talked about that yesterday? Someone's like building a routine for life. You could be feeling more empowered, okay? I like this energy for you. And then we got the Page of Cups. There's a good offer here, okay? I don't know, like we got Shocking in the reverse. Turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. So if this is in the reverse, that tells me good things are here. There's a good offer. It's clean. It's healthy, okay? This could be like new love, okay? This could be someone younger than you. This could be, okay? This could definitely be someone like a little younger than you, okay? Still legal, right? Okay? But this could be someone that just comes in and makes you feel young again, okay? They give you like that little feeling like when you were a teenager or something like that. Okay? I feel like sky's the limit with this energy. Someone's feeling very good, very confident. Okay? I feel like right now there's not anything that can really shock you because you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like, is what I'm saying? The turmoil is in the reverse. The trouble is in the reverse. Unexpected is in the reverse because someone doesn't mind being in the unknown anymore. So it's like, I expect whatever. When you go in expecting whatever, it's easier to receive whatever comes, right? It's easier for you to deal with that. Something like that. Someone's not letting things completely just stress them out anymore. Okay? Someone's going into things like, look, there's a possibility of anything happening, but I'm willing to stand here. I'm willing to take a risk. I'm willing to try it out. I'm willing to, give it my all, my best, whatever it is, because I feel empowered. I feel strong, and I feel cleansed when I move my body. So, I feel like when you move toward, I'm not even just talking about your physical body. I'm thinking about your spiritual body. I feel empowered when I move the right way towards divinity. When I go toward into, the divine plan and divine order, it feels good. It feels encouraging. It feels strong. It feels, it feels like I'm cleansed. Something like that.
Yeah, when I move my body, I definitely feel cleansed.
Okay.
Like, you get that.
Yeah.
You get that sweat out of you.
Yeah.
You get that. You feel like a lot of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
It be stored up in you when you don't get no sweat and you don't.
Okay.
And it says it's crazy that we talking about sweat and we talking about moving because over here, first of all, I got 3 major arcana, right? It's a powerful person on the board, or a few of y'all, right? The sun to the relax, right? We got the sun, we got relax. It says, don't strain yourself too much. That's first. So with any activities in regards to the sun, make sure you hydrating yourself and make sure you taking care of yourself, right? It says, relax to move forward better. When you're tired, take a break and adjust your state to face life's challenges with a more relaxed mindset. All right, cool. So basically, I feel like this is somebody in the physical aspect. If you exert yourself, just be aware of what you're putting out. Like, make sure you got something in the tank. And on a spiritual level, I feel like somebody need to learn how to relax and understand that God got them. Like, I feel like God put somebody in a situation where maybe you just don't know how to enjoy sunny days. you know how you go through life sometime,
Mm-hmm.
and when it get good for you, you just looking around, you expecting a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But this says relax, right? Sun, truth, clarity. That kind of energy,
Cause everything's okay now.
you know. And then you got Hangman that says take a chance, right? So a decision definitely has to be made in this energy, like about moving forward, like, you know, maybe on a spiritual level, maybe on a physical level. I don't know, but it says take a chance. So even existing in your new place, like, you know, if God gave you a new place, take a chance. Like, instead of holding on to the old concepts of things, the way you perceive things, the way you seen things your whole life, the way you see people, all of that, right? Take a chance and let it go. Let something new come in, right? Learn how to, you know, I feel like somebody you used to holding it all together, right? But um welcome humility sometime. Sometime, you know, it's like welcome humility. Like, welcome the time when you ain't gotta be worrying about how you look. You ain't gotta be worrying about, you know, holding it all together to look this certain type of way. Take a chance, right? Live beyond that. And then, of course, with every positive, we have a negative. So the last card is the moon. So we got the sun, hangman, and the moon, right? And the moon represents illusion. Of course, it's going to be that in the background. It's going to be lies, right?
You know what I just thought about when you said the sun? You said the sun, the moon, and the what?
The sun, the hangman, and the moon.
The sun, meet me at the crossroads.
You won't be lonely.
Meet me at the. Somebody's at a crossroad here.
Yeah, because that's like a and also, I'm not even gonna lie. I see a very strong integration too.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody, you pulling your light and your darkness together, right? Real strong energy, which is good, right? You can draw from moon energy. This moon energy says growing. Somebody also could be pregnant, right? Moon to the growing, feel like something growing in secret.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, somebody.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, somebody could be it
You
says
kept saying plant the seed. Somebody planted that seed.
moon growing mystery, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So also this moon has intuition on it, so
Me neither, Keisha.
you could be growing. You could be growing through you could be growing in ways that are very mysterious, right?
It might be you.
You could be growing in ways that might be real mysterious.
Send us a invite.
It says intuitions, subconscious premonitions.
Growing.
Right? So in other words, you know, you could your psyche, it could be expanding itself, right? And normally these things happen in moon, like in secret, even when you sleep, right? So much growth happens and ascension happens when you go into your sleep state. Once you wake up, see, it's like once you wake up on this level, your sleep ain't the same no more. Like, you know, you begin to go through levels of ascension in your sleep. You begin to learn things in your sleep. You begin to wake up with downloads. You begin, because you know, like, clearly you tapped in the sun, the hangman to the moon. That's a lot of spiritual. That's all majors.
I hear gravitational pull. Yeah.
Yeah, some strong energy out here.
I got the time card out here. Waiting, cycles, moments. Okay, you could be waiting for your time, divine timing. Someone could need to know. Remember, I was talking about time. You know, we have to wait for divine timing. Like, you know, it's very important. Something about the number 12. 12-1 could be your birthday. Oh, that's my birthday. Okay.
Yeah, 12-1.
Hey, happy birthday. Okay. Your birthday could be 12-2, 11-12, 11-1, 11-3, 12-3, 1-12, 1-11, Okay. 1221, February 12th, February 4th. Okay. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. Hey. Okay. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. But we got the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So in order to welcome in healthy, loving relationships, you know, you have to understand that, you know, stability is going to look different for everybody, right? But things come in due time. So be patient in a situation. There could be something that's not very stable right now, but I feel like even though it's not stable, it's a very trying, very loving energy. It's an energy that you can like work with, or you can be worked with, or something like that. Okay? Welcome in healthy relationships. Okay? Time. Okay? Take it moment by moment, okay? Enjoy each moment. Something about that. You know, remember that time is divine, okay? Things move in divine order, not according to exactly what we want, but according to perfect timing, okay? So somebody needs to remember that today. You know, all things happen in perfect time. And somebody write that. Perfect timing, okay? I welcome in things with imperfect timing. I welcome in loving, healthy relationships, okay? And I'm in the energy to receive. You know, allow me to receive, okay? Because like I said, some of us, we're so used to just giving that we don't know how to receive. So we reject healthy relationships, right? But it's time to change. It's time to, you know, embrace healthy, loving relationships, because you're not alone, okay? You've never been alone. You know, and you know, I feel like the divine is sending your tribe to you. You know, your tribe is here, okay? Right?
You say your tribe is here.
Yeah.
Like we here.
We here. We're showing up. The tribes are here.
We here.
Okay? Hey.
Somebody ancestors
And we ain't going
say
nowhere.
we here. We here. Like.
Hey. Hey. And we ain't going nowhere. Hey. And we ain't going nowhere. Yeah, tribal energy. Okay?
Don't forget that, right? Like one thing about y'all watch these spiritual charlatan people out here, right? God gave you a promise. I don't know what your denomination of faith is. I don't know what you believe in, but God gave somebody a promise, right? And you got to lay hold to that, because it's so many spiritual charlatans out here, and what they aiming for is to get money, right? It was seen. Okay, we know that. But they want your energy, and they want a part of you.
It's your energy.
And that's why, like, man, I ain't never seen a day where so many people run to any old body to get advice, right? Like, it's people that run to people that never been through anything, right? Can I say something, though, about spirituality? Thank you, Spirit, right? And this, it don't matter what you believe in, right? You can put this. If you have not been through anything, you don't have no spiritual ranking, period. Point blank. Like, because I think people think that they can lay hold to spirit by ways of like conjuring and doing all of these things. That's not a ranking. That's not a spiritual ranking. Is that thing that, like, you know, people that walk around that don't worry about your spell work and don't worry about all of that stuff that you do in the dark. That's because these are people that have been through something and they have earned a right in a ranking. This is the way that life works. So don't be so quick to run and discuss things with people that haven't been through half of what you've been through. You the one that people need to be getting advice from, Spirit says, half the time. On account of what you've been through alone. some people don't realize you have survived so much, and yet you run into people that have survived nothing, and you ask them to give you advice.
Like, you know.
And you running into people that's not you actually, if you would step up to your rank and you will understand spiritually, you going to people that you outrank for help and assistance. And it's because of this lack of direction, this chariot and reverse that I had over here. This like not willing to believe that you realize some of y'all, you even more than the faith you was raised in. You more than that. God, the Most High, meant for you to be more than the people that put a title on you. You was meant to be more than all of that. But maybe you don't believe it, and maybe that's the problem with some people. Ask yourself, if you wasn't meant to be more than that, why did you suffer so much and God bring you through so much, right? And still allowing you to transmute to this day, and still allowing you to cleanse and transmute to this day. That's a blessing. You understand? That's when you got to begin to realize what you went through and why you went through it. Your spirit people like this. Wake up. Wake up, right? Somebody, they like, wake up, right? We showing you through the events that life throwing your way that you surviving, right? Trust me. This the word of advice. If I'm gonna go get some advice from somebody, I'm going to somebody that's been through some things. I'm going through somebody that's been tried and proven, right? That's tried and true. Because that amounts to ranking. Right? Not this conjuring that they know. Right? I don't know why I'm at the conjurers right now, right? And I don't be picking I choose my battles wisely, so I remain in that place. But I warn my people. You know, people conjure spirits that give them wisdom. They didn't earn it. It's going to be faulty. You need somebody that got real spirit, real, you know, a real connection with the Most High. Not a title through a denomination. Calling in peace and conjuring peace. I ain't got no issue with that. If that's how you get it in, you got to conjure it in, get it in, peace. Wow, look what card is on the top. See? You calling it in. It was right on the top.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was definitely for you. Who was that? Tiffany?
Yup, she said, I'm calling in peace and conjuring peace.
There you go.
And then this card was on the top.
There it is. Whoop, there it is. Told you guys speak, you know, things.
That's the second time this week somebody did that.
Yeah. Okay.
Powerful people over here on this network. I just wish that some of y'all would believe in yourself more. Right? Stop thinking everything is a fantasy. Why you show up again? Babe, this every day, this King of Wands is out here again in reverse, right? I'm sticking him back in the deck. He back in there. That same card came out the last couple readings, like, it keep coming out, the King of Wands, in reverse. Matter of fact, I'm done with them, for real. I'm not gonna read that energy, seriously. I'm gonna just say, My fire sign masculines, make sure y'all align and get it together now. You know?
Hey, we gotta get it together. Get it together. Hey, we gotta get it together. And that was the message. Hey, accept or reject it, but keep your spirit protected. Daily message. That was the message. We hope you guys enjoy. We love you guys so much. Okay? If you haven't already, we ask that you would subscribe to the page so that you don't miss more videos like this one. Okay? If you would like to support our page, all of our information is located on the page. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting our channel. We love you guys so much. Thank you for everyone who has been sending in donations to see us grow. Thank you everyone who just been rocking with us, you know. Because some of you guys been here since day one, you know. Like, we know your name, okay? Right? So we thank you guys so much. I'm gonna get it together. I ain't gonna have no coffee or nothing, but I'm gonna stretch or something. I don't know. I'm tired. Okay? Hope you guys have a good day. We love you. God bless you. All praise to the Most High God. We elemental beings.